Get those hands up and pray them whole. Take a look around. This is the Rayburn building, and I just got back from visiting my own personal House of representative. Last name Burgess, room 161, and I got a pass to go tomorrow. The Congress, at least the House of Representatives, is meeting in session at 2 p.m. And what's so remarkable about this whole thing is I had zero plans of coming here today. I mean absolutely zero, but enough of all that. All that's going on tomorrow. Today will be on tomorrow's diary entry. Yesterday is what this diary entry is for. So get those hands up and praise Him. I'm sure this is attracting some attention. You got police, armed police, every 20 yards. So get those hands up, hallelujah. So yesterday was Zoo Day. Sunday was Zoo Day. I didn't stay very long, and I went up there, and the last thing I wanted to do, it was raining off and on, and so the last thing I wanted to do was walk 10 billion miles around the zoo. So luckily the pandas, the giant pandas, were right there when you first walk in. And when you go there to any zoo like that, I didn't know this either, but I just thought, well, I'm just going to wait around. Maybe one will come out. So I waited there 15, 20, 30 minutes, however long it was. And they finally came out, or at least one of them did. And I uploaded like a 4-minute video, but I think that I was filming a tree, although at the time I thought I had this camera pointed directly at the panda. But I looked at the film. I was really tired by the time I got home yesterday. I was really tired. You see this bus? That number 32? Right after I went to the zoo, looked at the pandas, I got on that number 32 bus. And I didn't think anything of it, because I've ridden it a million times. And it goes from Kennedy Center to another spot I like to hang out with, is Penn Station, the sports bar there, so I can keep up with my sports there. But yesterday they had a diversion, because they had some kind of, it was Spanish Culture Day, and they had all these city blocks blocked off, I mean all around here. And so I didn't think much about it, and I wasn't paying attention, and before you know it, I thought the bus driver was trying to kidnap us. And I was just in the most south part of Washington, D.C., and the bus driver stopped. I had to get off, and this was another case of a very questionable neighborhood. I thought I was surely going to get killed, or at least injured, but somehow I managed to get back on a bus, make it back up here. And I think the reason that the sovereign Lord had all this occur is because He's got a sense of humor. And what happened is that on the way back, of course, I had to get off somewhere, and it wasn't going to be at the stop that I wanted to stop at, because that was one of the stops that was blockaded. And so I ended up really near this tent. I think this was the purpose for what the Lord was doing. It's called David's Tent, and they have this group of individuals goes around to different states, and they invite the locals in, the local churches, and they pray over every county, they pray over every city, which I thought was interesting. Why not? But it was just a nice place to hang out for a little while. From looking on the internet to see what kind of people are visiting, the tent people, I think this is charismatic, and I love my charismatic brothers and sisters. So I'm planning on going there tonight. They're going to have a revival meeting from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And I fit in really well in those type of places. So that's nice. But anyway, I stayed there for a little while, got a little bit of information. Ended up going to the place I went to the night before that, which is in Georgetown, and it's the sports bar that I think I'm gonna fall in love with, because nobody bothers you. You don't have a waitress or a waiter, you don't have a hostess, you just go in. It's like a lounge, and they've got 8 big screens all around, and there's no pressure. So I just whipped out my bread and my roast beef, my peanut butter, made a sandwich, kicked back, did a little reading, caught up on my sports, indoors. I mean, it was so empty last night for a Sunday night. Now, when I was there on a Saturday night, it was like Ellis Island, when people were coming over here in droves. College kids, billions and billions of them. So, but that was Saturday night, and that's not a big surprise. Yesterday though, which is this diary entry, absolutely empty. And it was supposed to rain last night, and so I slept there again. There's a garage there, and this time I found a good stairwell that I was hoping and praying would not be used, and sure enough, it was not used. And I got up at 5 a.m., I rested, a good night's sleep, came here to Representative Burgess' office this morning. Oh man, if you ever get a chance to come to Washington, D.C., go to your representative's office, or at least this one. Even if you're not from Texas, go to my representative, Burgess. B as in boy, U-R-G-E-S-S. They gave me coffee. I got a hot cup of coffee. Then when I left, they gave me a cold Diet Dr. Pepper. And believe it or not, they were interested in what I had to say about my little vacation that I'm on right now for the last 3 months. I think it may be that they're wanting my vote, but maybe they're just nice people. They do exist. So anyway, get those hands up and pray. Ho! Ho!